Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport again. We've got another watch along today with Hertha Berlin and Bayern Munich. Sorry for the delay. So, as usual, don't hesitate to check in, talk football, talk anything. Hertha Berlin have just had a really good chance. That Neuer did well to stop with his feet. Just exposes a bit of Bayern's defence as usual. The chance came a bit easily. Sula kept him on side. The shot kept coming from Luke Bacchio, the number 11 striker from Belgium, who is currently on 3 goals this season. And so Muller's got it deep into his own half, and Gnabry manages to just about wheel past the Hertha Berlin player, and the attack fizzles out near the halfway line. Hertha Berlin just to clear away the ball after a good Sané chance. Sané was in on goal. Shot stopped by Arstein. And Bayern is still in possession deep into Berlin's own half. And it's starting to snow a bit, which is good or bad. I don't know, you decide. Now Hertha Berlin are attacking again with Luke Bacchio. And they're keeping it halfway into Bayern's half, slowing the game down now. Just getting this up. And Berlin are attacking dangerous into Bayern's box. They're far out wide, and Piontek didn't have any solutions in the box, so easily dealt with by Neuer. Looks like Berlin might go for some offensive, but not too much. They're happy to stay deeper, not expose themselves too much, and rely on counters to break through Bayern's defence, which is probably the way forward. So I'm just tweeting out our current live stream. I don't know whether it's Bayern being a bit overconfident by deciding that they are playing Kimmich in midfield on his own. Maybe complacency, we'll see. Or maybe they're trying to push the game up higher towards Berlin's defence. So going into this game, Berlin were just outside of the relegation playoffs, not the position they probably hoped to be in, not obviously wanting to be the more dominant of Berlin sides, but Union have taken that spot at the moment. Hello, Jamie. How are we doing tonight? Wish your dad a happy birthday, and that's why I'm on my own tonight. Jamie's got his dad's birthday, so he unfortunately couldn't join us. And that was a bad corner from Kimmich. Didn't really go to anyone. And Alaba's got outside the box. He's looking to sprint really at that defence. The subsequential cross comes to nothing. But Berlin still look like they're going to struggle to get the ball away. And it's a foul. They're looking very uneasy, both sides defensively, so I would expect some goals. Bayern should definitely hope to win this game, but you never know with Bayern. Considering that Berlin have lost 4 of their last 5 games, it shouldn't be too complicated for Bayern Munich this match, whereas Bayern Munich have recently found form after their cup defeat to Holstein Kiel, with 4 wins out of 4 in the last 4. Yeah. I'll let them know. We're waiting for some cake. Nice. And Shivam Saini, nice mate. Hello there. Off this evening. Ooh, and Sané looks like he's just been tripped in the box. I just about missed that. And is it going to be Lewandowski to take the penalty? It does seem that way. So, could this be his 25th goal of the season? Currently now on a 9-match scoring streak in the Bundesliga. This to make it 10. With the snow really starting to hit down now. Oh, it's saved. Oh, that was a good save from Jarstein. He stuttered with the run up to the penalty, but it wasn't the worst struck penalty. He just knew where Lewandowski was striking it. The goalkeeper gets down to his right, and that's a good save. You could question if his feet were on the line when the ball was played. I can't really tell at this point. But the ball went out for a throw-in, and Hertha Berlin have been let off there. And that's a positive sign for Berlin. Hertha Berlin, who are the side with the 3rd worst defensive record in the league, managed to keep out a penalty. And now Bayern are keeping the ball in there in Hertha Berlin's final third quite well, despite Berlin applying a great amount of pressure. They're still going for it. Pavard's attempted cross is blocked. And Sula plays it right back to Neuer, so not finding it easy to break them down. Oh, and a great pass from Alaba that could have probably been cut out. And Muller managed to play Lewandowski through, and he's offside. So yeah, any questions? Anyone? Always welcome. So Muller was offside from the Alaba pass. It was a great pass from Alaba, maybe a bit slow and could have been intercepted, but nonetheless quite precise. Ooh, now looking back at the penalty, it wasn't that well hit, but the goalkeeper knows where Lewandowski's striking that. He almost attempted the Jorginho or the Bruno Fernandes style penalty where you stutter and then you take it. Not a great one from Lewandowski, and for a guy who's in scintillating goal scoring form, you'd have expected him to put that one in. So yeah, as I mentioned, it was so it's 12 goals in his last 9 matches for Lewandowski before today in the Bundesliga, which is phenomenal, to say the least. And Bayern have a corner here. Played back to Alaba. play. Oh, it's another failed cross. And Berlin look like they might try and break here. Ooh. And Kuna does really well to get past Bayern there, and they look like they could be in. Oh, just a bad option there. Bayern have shut down the attack. But Piatek managed to get a shot away, and Neuer just parries it over the bar. It could have been a good chance, but Berlin failed to make a proper effort for themselves. They broke away really well, pulled Bayern all over the place. Then when they got into the box, they just narrowed down, and Bayern looked comfortable defending that sort of position. Yeah, so the snow is clearly bothering them. There's no snow, well, the snow is actually starting to stick onto the pitch, just about. The pitch doesn't look in great condition, that being said, which we've mentioned a lot of times in the Bundesliga recently. So it's gonna be Kuna who takes the corner. Kuna, the Brazilian 21-year-old. Formerly of FC Sion, which is my local club for anyone interested. And hopeful shot going in, and Neuer tried keeping it in, okay, but weird one, and it's a goal kick. So already tonight, Hertha Berlin have had 3 shots to target, where Bayern have had 2, and the Bayern have just about dominated possession with 58% and 42 to Hertha Berlin. If I were Hertha Berlin, I would try to close that midfield up. Kimmich is a great player, but it looks like it could be difficult for him to play the ball through on his own. So if I were Berlin, I'd try and compact that midfield and cutting off that supply, or at least doing it better than they're doing it right now. And I think they could beat this Bayern Munich team. Obviously with injuries, you've got Goretzka who's still quarantining, Martinez who's quarantining as well. The midfield is reasonably weak for Bayern Munich at this moment in time. They could put Musiala or Rocker on, but obviously Flick didn't want to today, so got a midfield partnership of Muller, Gnabry just ahead of Kimmich. When a ball's been tipped behind, looks like it could have been a good chance for Kuna. He's going to take on Alba right now in the box, and Alba does well to get a flip. So David Alaba, formerly of Hoffenheim, who's on there on loan, who is rumoured to be going to Real Madrid when his contract ends in this summer. Ooh, we've got 45 EF 1903 with the Turkish flags. How many are you supporting any of the teams here right now? Is this a Bayern Munich fan in Turkey? Are there Turkish players in these squads? It doesn't look like it. Hello there, Ashen. How have we been doing then? So ask for the Turkey fan, what do you think of Kabak, who's just gone to Liverpool? Bayern Munich playing close football outside of Hertha Berlin's box. Berlin look organised, like they're ready to defend this. Well, I just said that, and they managed to get the ball away just scrappily there. Bayern Munich still applying the pressure, and a great pass from Kimmich to Pavard, and Pavard's cross is blocked out for a corner. That was a good pass from Kimmich, and anyone who knows this knows I love Joshua Kimmich as a player. Go Hertha from Brazil. Hello there, Geraldo Cardozo. How have you become what drew you towards Hertha Berlin being in Brazil? Was a certain period of Hertha Berlin's brand being expanded in the world, and you like the idea of it, or have you been to Berlin? So Berlin just tried to break away on the counter quickly, and it was cut off reasonably quickly. Besiktas Bayern. Obviously, yes. So Besiktas fan then, I'm guessing. And it looks like Gnabry just commits the foul, and is that on Kuna? It is on Kuna, yes. Any questions, anything about the game, about Bundesliga, about football generally, just put them in the comments. I'm all for having a nice discussion this Friday night. So it's 0-0 after 18 minutes, and Lewandowski, well, who'd have thought? Well, he's missed the penalty, and, well, not missed it, it was a good save. Poor penalty. They both look like they could have their chances in this match. Score prediction, and I fancy Bayern to get 3 tonight. I would expect Bayern to get 3 tonight. Then again, Bayern have pulled up all sorts of surprises. Also considering that Hertha Berlin have won 1 in their last, I think, 9, something like that. So it's not against Bayern Munich that you're going to end a losing streak. And Piontek just tried playing Kuna in behind him. Ball's given away. Bayern are starting to understand just to apply a bit of pressure onto the front line of Hertha Berlin, and it's not going to get through easily. They could be caught out on the break. Well, remains to be seen. But Kimmich is struggling in that centre midfield role. It's I've never seen him play individually there, but he's struggling to get the ball out, which is not ideal for Bayern Munich. Good job, guy. Don't speak English. Go Bertha. Go Hertha. Thank you, friend. Is there a particular player from Berlin? Palmeiras, Bayern. Go Palmeiras. Ah, yes, of course. Palmeiras in Brazil. Brazil, right? Yes. So are you from that region? Is Palmeiras your local team? So it's in Sao Paulo, yes. I'm just trying to verify, because I have to admit my South American football is really lacking in knowledge, and I'm not, and I should really improve on that. So are you from Sao Paulo, Cardozo? Geraldo Cardozo. I wish I could speak Portuguese, but can't really. Muller's on the edge of the box and looking to take a shot. The shot is blocked and it is deflected in. Oh, that was a fortunate goal, but Bayern won't complain. So Muller makes it 1-0. Coman gets the assist, and it was almost coming. Bayern Munich have been applying pressure higher up, getting closer in on goal. Oh, it was it's Coman who's scored. Muller gets the assist. Coman just dragging in from the edge of the box, the corner, and then just getting a shot away. The deflection is unfortunate. It hits the bar and just goes in. The goalkeeper tried preparing for the initial shot, but yeah, unfortunate deflection there. Let's talk about misfortune. Well, Bayern have missed a penalty, so maybe the lead is deserved. And now it's Kuna on the ball again, who's really getting into Bayern Munich's back line there. Oh, and Piontek tries taking it around Sula. I do well to have to try and fight off Sula. But it looks like he's down injured now, and this snow is really coming down heavily. So yes, from Sao Paulo. Good to know we've got viewers in Sao Paulo. Thank you, and don't forget, as always, subscribe. Or, well, I'm pointing to our subscribe, but you get the gist. Always nice to have more subscribers. So, Coman makes it 1-0 for Bayern Munich, and it was an assist from Muller. So now that's Coman's 3rd goal of the season in the Bundesliga. And that is Muller's 10th assist, I'm going to guess. I think it was 10 assists now. Yes, so 10 assists now for Muller. So Hertha Berlin's top goal scorer is Kuna with 6 goals and 3 assists, and he looks to be on the end of this free kick right now, and it was a terrible one, terrible. Gnabry intercepts, and now Sané's going to run up the field and try and sprint past. Oh, and he just miscontrols the ball there, and Hertha Berlin get it back without any worries there. Unfortunate. Sané has been a bit frustrating since his move from Manchester City. I think we all want to see a player like that, explosive, really take these leagues by storm, but there seems to be something that just doesn't click mentally. His lack of tactical discipline. Oh, and Coman's in behind here, and a good save there. Looked like another ball played in from Kimmich. The defenders managed to just about catch up. Yeah, it is Kimmich. Questionable that Coman's offside, maybe. But he takes it down. He does well to control it, but he just brings it in too much, so he can't run away from Hertha Berlin defenders. And in the end, it's Stark who managed to get the tackle in. Bayern Munich here out of the corner. They haven't been particularly dangerous from these corners, Bayern Munich, but you always know that with the quality of Kimmich, he can deliver in a ball at some point that would always be. Let's just rephrase that. Even if his delivery today hasn't been great on the corners, you know that he is still capable of delivering a great corner or free kick. And there, Sula looks like he's down after a challenge from. I was dreading having to say this name. Turinagia? Runariga. That's the one. Got it. Not snowing where you are? It actually isn't, Jamie. No, the snow is here. But it's not snowing at all. So it's getting warmer now in this February. I don't really know why. It seems weird. February stays cold like January here. But no, not snowing here. It is in South Germany though, apparently, so maybe in the north of Switzerland it's snowing. I don't know, but definitely not here in the south now. Yeah, the goalkeeper just about gets his fingertips to that Coman shot, and then the bar just helps it in. Not far at all from saving that. Even if he gets just a tiny bit higher, maybe it bounces off the crossbar and doesn't go over the line. But yeah, it's really unfortunate for Hertha Berlin to concede in such a way. So Sula is currently getting treatment because he's had blood that was dripping down his face from a head tackle from Turinaria. Guess I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, Ashin saying 3-0 is my prediction. I can only agree with that sort of prediction. Bayern at some point will get into gear, even if it hasn't been the case right now. There will be a point where they'll get into gear and the goals will start going in. And I think it's also it's important for Bayern to get these points now, because the Champions League is coming up soon against Lazio, if I'm not wrong, and I think they want to just take their foot off the brake in the Bundesliga. They'll have to. Look at their midfield. Their midfield is lacking in players. So they're playing Al Ahly in the Club World Cup apparently, and that'll take place on the 8th of February. So 3 days from now. Oof, that's gonna be tough if they have to compete in that in this congested season. So Berlin trying to find ways to get at this Bayern defence, and Bayern have just dropped off a bit deeper. And it seems like they've just run out of ideas how to get in behind now. How's Sané's gameplay? I don't think he's got much on the ball. It doesn't seem like he's really touched the ball much, but he can bring some danger. When flowing in around the box, you can tell that he's got a very dangerous turn of pace that might suit Bayern later on in the game, but at the beginning it's a bit frustrating. It's okay. There's some bad touches that have occurred, and it's always unfortunate because Sané is capable of doing wonderful things with the ball, but then today, like when he was running away from his own half, all he had to do was try and hold the ball up, or at least keep the ball near to his feet, then release Gnabry, who was coming behind him. Bad touch. It's been okay. Yeah, I wouldn't criticise him today. I just think Bayern generally have struggled to break down Hertha Berlin. So just getting the stats up. See, he's successfully. His pass ratio at the moment is 4 successful out of 8 attempted, which is a pretty bad return. And possession lost 7 times already. 7 times in the first 27 minutes. That's a lot. So now Bayern are getting to that point of the game where they're not too scared to play around at the back. Try and keep the ball, slow the game down, and then they might try and look to attack deep behind Hertha Berlin's defence. Yeah, so Hernandez seems to have struggled a bit to get on the ball properly. His passing also seems to be a bit off today. Well, I say that, and he's completed 12 out of 13 attempted. It's not bad. But he's given possession twice. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just haven't seen him much in the game. And now Pavard's on the ball. Looks like he wants to go up, but no, Berlin block him off. And a nutmeg from Sané. Always a pleasure to see on Kuna. But you can definitely tell that Kimmich is struggling to find a different outlet when he's on his own in midfield. He knows the ball has to go forward. And he's struggling to... it's like Hertha Berlin know that he has to get the ball forward. So what happens is they just put 2 on or 1 and they make sure that he doesn't turn around. And he can't be effective in such a game. At some points Muller is dropping deeper but still not available enough. Oh, and it looks like Theo Hernandez putting a cross. Is it Theo Hernandez? For Gnabry, and Koeman gets a shot outside the box and it's just blocked and he goes out for a corner. They're dangerous when they can go at this speed, Bayern Munich. So initially Alaba releases Theo Hernandez, Lucas Hernandez, and the cross is not really to a Bayern Munich player on the ground. Ball comes back out and Koeman has another shot outside the box, but that's blocked by trying to see the player who's blocked that there. Yeah, from the start there. Oh, and the corner comes in. Sula manages to get on the end of it. Ooh, and the goalkeeper really didn't make a great job of that. Is that out for a goal kick or is that out for a corner? Seems like he touched the ball before it goes out and kind of tracks the ball behind his goalpost. Could have been a corner, but it looks like he's giving a goal kick to the referee. So what are your predictions? Anyone who thinks Hertha Berlin can do the unthinkable and come back to win this game or to draw it? Yeah, and Bayern applying pressure high up. And Pavard has just given away a foul, and it's going to be the first yellow card of the evening for Benjamin Pavard. I'm not sure if that was a foul, but it was a silly tackle to go in for. Yeah, okay, I can see why. He just about touches the ball, but then really goes through with it with most of his body. That's his 3rd yellow card of the season for Pavard. And so Hertha Berlin continuing to play it out from the back. It seems strange. They're playing out from the back, yet they don't have midfielders deep enough to whom they could give the ball. It seems strange. They're pushing strikers up higher up the pitch, but they're playing out from the back really deep, so they're completely stretching the pitch. I guess when you do that, your aim is to get some long balls in behind. I don't know. It just there seems to be a big lack of solutions for Hertha Berlin when they've got the ball. And it also seems risky considering that the snow is just about... It's stopped now, but there is some snow on the ground, so playing the ball out from the back is probably a risky move to go for. Oh, and they just spread the ball across field. That was well played there. Trying to stretch Bayern. Yeah, so, I mean, Hertha Berlin will probably want to not have the ball on the ground as much as possible. Ooh, and Hertha Berlin are claiming a handball there from Sula. Piontek trying to say to the referee it was a handball. Didn't look like it. If it is, then that's a penalty, but didn't look like it to me. It's Stark on the ball. Gets it nicely through there. And Bayern is shutting them down very well. Oh, and it's just a bad ball from Kuna into Piontek, and just dragged it behind him on the ground. He wasn't that far away. He could have done better with that pass. Yeah, unfortunate. It's when Hertha Berlin have got into these situations in the boxes that their final ball has been poor. It's to be said. And they're still in possession now in Bayern's last third. Brings it out to Mittelstadt. Oh, and the ball's played through well to Piontek. Oh, and another bad ball. David Alaba manages to deal with it, but Hertha Berlin are now still in possession in the final third. And a cross goes in, and there's no one. Piontek doesn't even look like he wants to go for that ball. So now it's gone over to the other side with Kuna. And a collision there between Koeman and Kuna looks like a nasty one. Muller and Koeman went into Kuna there, so I think Kuna could feel hard done that he didn't get a foul. Yeah. Coman still looks a bit phased by the collision. He looks okay though. Kuna looks like he still might be on the ground. I don't know. Can't really see. So after 33 minutes, it's still 1-0 to Bayern Munich. Even in the shots, they're even. 4 shots on target each. Bayern Munich, 51% possession. Just about edging it. Yeah. Yeah, so there's still no sign of... Okay, Coman looks okay. Maybe just stitched up over the eye. Was he bleeding? Okay, I must have missed that. Yeah. So let us know, anyone, any questions, Bundesliga, Premier League, I don't know, anything around Europe. Try me. Don't forget to subscribe as usual. I'm still pointing to our subscribe on this headshot, but that's not where the button is, but you know what to do. And plays back under the way. You see Kimmich again, he's playing it out to Sulu, but still struggling to really get meaningful forward balls. That sounded weird, didn't it? That was a bit of a weird comment. But the snow on the ground, they're still playing to ground, but it's fine. It's not slowing the game down. It's actually really quite quick considering. So Derrida manages to get it forward, but another reasonably poor ball. Unfortunate for Hertha Berlin. PL, your favourite league, Ashen? Mine as well. I have my orders, which is Premier League, Serie A, Bundesliga, and the rest I'll attempt to watch whenever I can. But Premier League is my favourite as well. Do you support a team in the Premier League, Ashen? Or favourite teams in any league? Your favourite teams, just full stop. You can tell us. Ooh. And the long ball that was attempted to go to Sané was cut out, so now Gnabry's on the ball in midfield. And Pavard has out wide. Lacking solutions up front, so it comes back to Kimmich. But now Kimmich has got space to play in, and it's a good ball to Muller. Muller's pass back is not the greatest, but Bayern is still in possession, and Lewandowski's just about reached for a header and it goes wide. That's better from Bayern Munich. This is better. Aston Villa fan. Wait a minute. Bloody Aston Villa. Had to do that. And Man City. I could get the Man City one as well, but it's from 4 years ago. And Coman's just got a deflected cross in and well dealt with by Jarstein. Jarstein, I'm guessing? I'm not sure of the pronunciation. I'm not Norwegian, so I can't really... Not sure what the pronunciation would be like. Jarstein? Maybe? Heart back to you as well, Ashen. Heart back as well. And now it's Stark on the ball. See, Stark's on the ball, but he's got no solutions. He's playing in his own box. It's a bit strange, actually. He's playing with the goalkeeper or his centre-back partner. No one else, really. So I'm not really sure what the game plan is from Hertha Berlin. Maybe they're just wanting to get through the game with the least amount of goals conceded possible. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so considering their approach in the beginning. And now Hertha Berlin have been called offside. Grealish evolving to one of the best playmakers. Yeah, sorry, I didn't show the full T-shirt, the full shirt today. There we go. Yes, he is. Grealish is immense, and I'm sure that Grealish will succeed at any top club. I think that his season this season he's even better than last season, and it's also proof that with better players around him, Grealish gets better. Also, his performances for England proved that to me. So that's why I think if you are a top club and you are looking for someone, I don't think you'd have to worry about Jack Grealish settling in, because whenever the players are greater, Grealish just gets greater. And I can't wait to see his progress in the next 2 or 3 years, or even just next year. I'd love to see him start of oh, sorry, I lost my word in there. I'd love to see him start for England in the Euro 2020 tournament, if it's 2020 or 2021. Can someone send the link of the match? I'm sure people will be able to find it out there. I have a subscription available in Switzerland, so yeah. Lewandowski the best. Well, Zero, your timing is pretty off, because he's missed he failed to convert the penalty there. Not a great penalty, but it's a good save, so credit to the goalkeeper more than anything else. Yeah, but Lewandowski's been kind of out of the game at the moment. He's not been really there. If it goes forward, it has to go through maybe a Muller or Coman. Sané struggled a bit now, even losing the ball again. So yeah, Coman seems to be the key player in this game, and coincidentally enough, he's got the goal. Ooh, and Kimmich tries a through ball, but that's intercepted, and now Hertha look to break. And Gnabry looked like he fouled the player there, and no free kick was given. Yet now Piontek does something even lighter, but that's given as a free kick to Bayern. It's a strange one, that. And they look to play quickly, but the referee has not let them. It could have been dangerous if they'd have let Sané in through there. Bro. Zero, bro. Oh, I'll admit that Lewandowski's the best. Don't worry, I'm not going against that. I just hope he does get a goal tonight. That would be 10 in a row. 10 games in a row in the Bundesliga, which is some feat. And then 13 goals if he does get one tonight. That would be quite immense. So Kimmich looking to take the free kick. Halfway into the Hertha Berlin's half. And the through ball is a bit of a strange one, but Muller doesn't manage to get there and goes up for a throw-in. Bayern Munich still in possession now and looking comfortable in the game now. They looked uneasy at the beginning when Hertha Berlin got a few chances, but now it's getting a bit... They're settling into the game. Please win, Bayern. Well, we hope that your team does win. Ashen, no doubt. Yeah. I think that's towards the Grealish comment, yeah. I look forward to see what happens with Grealish, of course. So, any questions, any comments, anything, just anything, say anything generally, just don't hesitate to send them our way. And also, just have to also note that Kimmich not long ago managed to successfully nutmeg another player, which was just nice. I think nutmeg can sometimes be overlooked, let's just say. Sané looked like he might have been fouled there, and he was. The snow's fallen again, and obviously with Sané's big afro hair, it's getting caught in there. Bayern won the Champions League. Yep, they did, and they were quite convincing in that Champions League feat. Of course, don't want to talk too much about the 8-2, but when you beat Barcelona 8-2, it almost seems inevitable that you should win the Champions League. I think they might struggle though this year if injuries keep hitting them. It's going to be difficult because Bayern Munich they base their game so much on physicality that you'd worry that injuries would take its toll a lot more on a team like Bayern Munich than any other team. And also the fact that they can be easily exposed. If you look at this game right now, Bayern Munich have given away chances. And Hertha Berlin, well, if there were a better side in attack, they'd have put those chances away. So this would have been this would have probably been a 2-1 defeat to Bayern if it were against the top side. But Thiago's impact made it more easier. Thiago was really underrated in his defensive values, which was he can cut off a lot of play quite easily that we don't talk about a lot. We talk about his passing capabilities, which are phenomenal, let it be said. Thiago, I still think that Thiago wasn't the top midfielder in Bayern Munich. But this is also me as well saying this. I think Kimmich is also a lot more important than Thiago. I think Goretzka might have had a starting place, but Goretzka's been out with multiple injury problems, like every season. I think Thiago and Goretzka might have been those two playing alongside Kimmich in that Bayern midfield. Thiago leaving basically just highlights the lack of depth that Bayern Munich have in midfield. Oh, and the free kick. Oh, Neuer spilt it, but he just about managed to recuperate it afterwards. So that's can't even say his name, Luke Bacchio, who shot it and managed to get over the wall well. So yeah, to come back to the point, Thiago's departure is a big one, yeah, especially for £29 million, if I'm not wrong. So they should have replaced him, and it's not with Musiala, or it's not with what is his name again, Rocker, that they're gonna do anything else. That was a good chance for Lewandowski. The goalkeeper comes rushing out. So Neuer just put it upfield, in behind Hertha Berlin's defence. I'm not sure what Jahrstein's doing out so far outside his goal, and Lewandowski managed to head it just wide. Okay, so if Bayern lose, I'll be mad. Well, it's not impossible. I'd love to see how this Bayern Munich defence deals with Ciro Immobile. I really can't wait for that battle. So this year, Man City has more chance to win the UCL. They should. I always believe that a defense is based on is the main thing that can win you things. If you have a good attack, okay. If you have a good defense, that impresses me, and that's what Man City have this season. So 1 minute of added time, 3 minutes of added time. Oh yes, that's a lot. Ooh, and that was a hefty challenge on Sané there. That was a heavy challenge. So we're just coming up to the end of the first minute of stoppage time. Cancelo, yes, and Stones. Yes. And when you've got Laporte and Ake on the bench, you can't really complain, can you? And Garcia should be good one day, or well, he will be leaving in the summer, won't he? But it's still extra depth. And Fernandinho can still play at centre-back, let's not forget. It's crazy. Zinchenko plays at left-back now. You've got Ake plays left-back, Laporte, Walker. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't rate Walker as a defender, but you put him in the whole unit, and they are a good defensive unit, City. I'm still not convinced by Ederson, but if he only has to stop one shot every game, then so be it. It doesn't really matter, does it? He's got great distribution that adds something to City. I'm just liking the look of Sané now with the snow in his hair. It's quite a cool look. There's more chance that Man United win the Premier League. Big shout that. I don't think so. I fear that Man City will run away with this now. Man City have a game in hand, and they are also still ahead of Man United by 3 points. They win that game in hand. It's probably over, isn't it? It's unfortunate, but it could be over quickly. So at the moment, looks like there's a Hertha Berlin injury, but I can't see who it is. So it's Tarun Ariga, who he really does look quite injured there from that tackle from Sané. Ooh. And a long ball over to Sané as play resumes. Just takes a bad touch, and Hertha Berlin managed to clear their lines. So maybe more added time will be added on now. Aston Villa last match made me cry. Well, Aston Villa are, to me, one of the most unpredictable teams in the league. It was a bit weird that West Ham won. I think we started to see a tired Villa, because now Villa have got a lot of games coming up, and they've got to catch up, because they're, I think, 3 games behind at one point. So they've got to just play them on. Yeah, I don't think we should be surprised. Villa's squad is not enormous, is it? They still continue with the same 11, except a few changes. The defence never changes. The midfield is always usually the same. Oh, and Sani dribbles past 2 players there well, and he cuts it back to Coman. Oh, and Coman just behind the penalty spot has put it over the bar with his right foot. That was unfortunate. Yeah, Aston Villa won Liverpool 7-2. Yeah, that's the point. They're unpredictable. I mean, when they lost 3-0 to Leeds as well, during that good spell of form, they're just a weird team. You don't know what to expect, but I think they are getting tired now. And I actually think Emiliano Martinez could have done better with some of the goals the other night. Okay, so now we've just come up to half-time at the Olympic Stadium. Coman's goal being the difference there, with a deflection. Yeah, to come back to the Aston Villa point, I think they're a weird team because you don't ever know what you're going to get from them. So, yeah, they lost 3-2 against Burnley, which is also a weird result if you consider that Burnley don't exactly score a lot. And they managed to score 3 against Aston Villa. That was a weird one in my opinion. Burnley have scored 13 goals all season in the Premier League, and they scored 3 against Aston Villa. Aston Villa, who actually have a decent defence. Their defensive record is better than Liverpool's this season. They've played less games, admittedly, but they've conceded less goals than them. So that's the thing about Aston Villa. I'd love to see them really push for those Europa League spots, but I'm not sure. I just don't. I don't see it happening. I see them being too weak. Yeah, Thiago joined Liverpool and he hasn't had the impact that I think people would have wanted. That's not exactly his fault, is it? It was more that injuries have really taken their toll on Liverpool, and everyone's getting just jammed into different positions. If you look at the centre-back partnerships, the amount that they've had this season, I think Thiago would have ideally liked to at least play with either Fabinho or Henderson in that midfield. For the moment, he's not really played with either, except in the Everton match. And also, Thiago's passing he's a great player. He's Robert Lewandowski from Joe there. Hello there, Joe. How are we doing this evening? He's Lewandowski, but missed a penalty, so I'm going to keep bringing that back up. Yeah, so to come back to the Thiago point, it doesn't seem like Salah and Mane are on the same wavelength as the kind of passing that Thiago wants to do, which is those through balls, those ghost passes if you so wish. So it just seems weird, doesn't it? It seems like there's a compatibility problem with Thiago and the Liverpool strikers. I'm sure it'll come, but for the moment it seems a bit like putting square pegs in round holes. It seems weird. And I did see that one, Maria. You said that Liverpool lost 3. They have. Yeah, they've been found out, if I dare say. The injuries don't help. We can't pretend that the injuries help. When you lose Van Dijk and Gomez, your centre backs, you can't pretend that Liverpool should be the same team that they were last season. Club chance to win the PL now is below 25%. Maybe. Yeah, Lewandowski won the best in Ballon d'Or. Lewandowski is currently one of the best players in the world, or if not the best player in the world. Even when you see that he's not just a target man who will just hang around in the penalty box and get a goal. He's a very mobile forward. There's a lot to his game that is not talked about enough. But he did miss a penalty, so I'm just basing it on this game at the moment. Yeah, so to sum up the first half, I thought Bayern were convincing near the end. It's what you want from Bayern. Yep. They settled into the game. Their passing wasn't exactly great, but they looked comfortable in the game, like as if they weren't going to lose. Whereas Hertha Berlin, their game plan in the beginning was good, or just simple, get the ball in over the top, get Bayern's high defensive line caught out. It worked to some extent at the beginning. They got their chances, but they're trying to get the streaming back up because it's a unstable connection. That was my fault there. Apologies, everyone. So, yeah, to come back, there was no Ballon d'Or in 2020, no. France Football cancelled it. People are saying because French football was suspended. I don't like to believe that sort of theory, but it is coincidental. Yeah. And it's unfortunate because Lewandowski would have won it. He would have won it. He was, without doubt, one of the best players and couldn't stop scoring. It's brilliant to see. So, anyone got any predictions for the second half? Who's going to score? Have you got any bets placed on it? We know that some of you like to place bets on these. Yeah, just let us know. Any comments are welcome. Not any comment is welcome, but moderation is advised. So, we got any Bayern Munich supporters around here? Sané. That would really be the curse, should we call it, if Sané were to score. Criticising him and then suddenly he scores. That would be typical of me, wouldn't it? But Sané to score? Maybe. He's not exactly getting the positions to score. He's getting in positions to be able to cross it, maybe. Assist from Lewandowski. Not impossible. I can see that happening if maybe Bayern attempt another long ball and Lewandowski becomes that pivot up front and then drops it off to Sané and Sané runs in behind. I can see that happening, yeah. I wonder if Hertha Berlin will allow that. Will they play higher up now? Will they drop back? Because at the moment, Hertha Berlin are still safe. Well, safe. They're outside the playoff spot, the relegation playoff spot, just ahead of Arminia Bielefeld, if I've pronounced that right. Arminia now play Werder Bremen tomorrow, I think it is, or Sunday. So Hertha Berlin could fall into that relegation playoff spot, which is definitely not what the club had hoped for. Since Klinsmann had gone, they looked like there could be a turnaround at Hertha Berlin. Well, they've had their spells. But yeah, this would be disastrous if Hertha Berlin were to drop into that relegation zone or that relegation playoff zone. So just to remind myself, so they had Nuri as coach after Klinsmann, and then they had Labadia, both Germans, and now they have Hungarian manager Dade, who's only managed Hungary national team, I think. Yeah, who's actually only just recently got the job, so ignorance of me there. Didn't even know that. My favourite team. I actually don't have one. I watch football, but I don't have a favourite team. I enjoy just watching football. I usually try and watch matches depending on how teams play and how exciting the match can be. So I have a soft spot for Mönchengladbach. We went with my good friend Jamie, who's usually doing these streams, and we found the atmosphere there quite immense, and the people there were so welcoming. It was just brilliant. You could tell it was a family club. It kind of is. It's a supporters club. It's owned by the supporters. You could feel that in the stadium, the atmosphere, and the open arms attitude that they greet everyone with, that they treat you with. It's brilliant. So I have a soft spot for Mönchengladbach, but I don't really support a team. I just generally watch football and enjoy watching a lot of football. So that's except England. When I'm watching England, I am a full-on England supporter. So I don't have a favourite club, but I definitely have a favourite nation when it comes to international football. So yeah, and as you can probably tell, we've had Jamie on, who's usually the host, who's a Manchester United fan. We've had Joe on, who's a Liverpool fan. We try and balance the bias out. I usually have to come in as intermediate because well, I am a neutral when it comes to most matches. I just like to see good football. But then again, we all have soft spots. Like, for instance, in 2016, I think everyone wanted Leicester to win the league at some point. We all create certain bias to a certain point. I usually don't have them unless I've got a bet on. I just want to see football. And that's why I'm happy that there's some Friday night football with Hertha Berlin and Bayern. And the game's actually been reasonably good. I mean, we did a stream the other day of Napoli versus Atalanta, which was incredibly disappointing considering I said just before the game the two most exciting teams to watch in Europe right now. Well, that was the curse of the commentator, wasn't it? Because it turned out to be a very boring match in the end. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's the way it is. Yeah. So, any other comments? Don't forget to subscribe as usual. Always appreciate it, and even just tell me if you've had a good day. I'm here to listen. So, as usual, I didn't have anything ready there. I don't know what I was going to say. So it's 1-0 to Bayern Munich at half time. Lewandowski failed to convert a penalty, and Coman scored the decisive goal in the first half there, in the 21st minute. So Bayern Munich have dominated. I don't want to go to that extent. They've had the better of possession with 56%. They've had 4 shots on goal, whereas Hertha Berlin have actually had 5. So you could justify a point for Hertha Berlin, but at the moment they've not been clinical enough. Their balls in the final third have been really quite poor, and I'm disappointed. I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed. So yeah, looking forward to the second half. See what it brings exactly. And now with this, if Bayern were to win this, they'd be 10 points clear at the top, just ahead of Leipzig. I subscribed and liked and turned on notifications. Thank you, Maria. Always appreciated. Feel welcome to comment anytime, to interact with us when we do these. So now Leipzig are currently 10 points behind with a game less, if you count today as a victory already. And Wolfsburg are 3 points behind Leipzig, so consequently 13 points behind Bayern Munich. It's starting to look like a long road back for those chasing the title. Leipzig this weekend go to play Schalke, which could be a good way to improve their goal difference. Their goal difference is not phenomenal. Bayern Munich have conceded more goals than Leipzig, but they've scored a lot more. So if this title race does come down to goal difference, Leipzig are going to have to get into gear very, very soon. So Schalke, bottom of the table, worst defence in the league. There's no better team to play against. I say that, yeah, you can almost be certain that Leipzig can mess it up in some weird way, like they did when they played against Mainz the other week and lost 3-2. We want there to be a title race, so great if Bayern win tonight. All happy for you, Bayern fans. Ideally, we still want a title race. So if they lose, it helps out the competition. So just going over some fixtures that are tomorrow. You've got Augsburg going against Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg currently in 3rd spot, 3 points behind Leipzig. Same amount of games played. And they're, I guess you could say, a surprise, but last season they just tailed off a bit, so that's why they couldn't maintain the top 4 position. So Wolfsburg have a very competent squad, but I don't think people still expect them to finish in the top 4. Then you've got Frankfurt as well, who are in the top 4 as well at the moment. 4th place, 2 points behind Wolfsburg. And they're a bit of a weird one. They struggled without Jovic and Haller last season, but then now they've got Jovic back. They've got Andre Silva firing on all cylinders, currently second top goal scorer in the Bundesliga. So Frankfurt could push them as well. It doesn't look like a good period to be a Dortmund fan, a Leverkusen fan, a Mönchengladbach fan. That top 4 position is looking in doubt. Where do you live? Portugal. So you're from Portugal, Ashen. Good. Bruno Magnifico. Yeah. As I mentioned before, if you didn't hear before, I'm from Switzerland, or I'm British living in Switzerland. Ooh, from Lebanon. Okay, so how's the football in Lebanon? Is there a big football scene? Are you big football fans, but a lower league? Yes, India. We had this conversation the other week, didn't we? That you're from India, and we had a bit of a conversation about the football teams over there in India. Yeah, I remember now. So the second half should be getting underway, but I'm not too sure what's going on. Maybe they're coming out now into the stadium, which I kind of like because you can. Oh, have I got my volume on? Yeah. Because they're coming down onto the pitch, and I just love seeing the Hertha Berlin players coming down on a little escalator in the stadium. I don't know why, but it just makes me laugh. It really does. There's, you know, you want to run out to the pitch? No, just go down the escalator slowly, slowly out onto the pitch. Hmm. Am I a Bayern fan? If that's asking me, then no, I'm not. But I think we do have some in the comments there who are. And I'll leave you the liberty of responding if you are. Bruno Magnifico, because he scored a free kick against Liverpool. He did. He did. At Alisson's near post, where Thiago ducked from the free kick. Just put that in there. If we can accept the banter here. So the players are coming back out to the pitch, and it looks like the second half is slowly going to get underway. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So I'm guessing, Ashen, you're a big fan of Bruno Fernandes. I mean, who isn't? He's been terrific since he's been in the Premier League. I can't pretend to have seen him in the Portuguese league. He was at Sampdoria before, if I'm not wrong, so there were glimpses there. But everyone thought that it was just the Portuguese league for him and that's it. But he's proven us wrong. Leroy Sané, yes. So one of our comments before was that Sané will get a goal, an assist from Lewandowski. We're holding you to that, Ashen. And best goalkeeper in the Premier League, Martinez. I think he could have done better against Burnley and Aston and West Ham. Maybe he was getting confused because it's claret and blue, both teams. But yes, in the Premier League right now, I will have to agree that Emiliano Martinez is the best goalkeeper, and Arsenal might regret having let him go. So the second half is underway, and I've accidentally got the score down. The score away. Second half underway now. And it looks like no changes currently for either side. Surprising enough, considering the amount of injuries that oh no. So it's Alderete, if I'm pronouncing that right. Paraguayan defender coming on in place of the injured Torunarigo. I think I've got that right. Bayern Bundesliga, International Germany. Yeah, a lot of the German national team is basically Bayern Munich, but I think we can also be a bit disappointed that folks like Müller is not involved in the setup. I'm personally disappointed that Joachim Löw has completely ignored him for any sort of call up recently, which is mad because he's probably one of the best players in the world right now as well. I've said it. Thomas Müller is one of the best players in the world right now. He is just so fantastic and underrated. Bayern Munich have scored so many goals. Thanks to Lewandowski, of course. But Müller plays a big role in that. And tonight he's got another assist. So that means he's top of the assist table in the Bundesliga with Joshua Kimmich. Alisson Becker more like a Brazilian keeper. Do you mean in the way he plays with his feet, or in the way... Is there a way that Alisson's more Brazilian than others? Because there's Ederson and Alisson currently in the Premier League who are the Brazilian goalkeepers. People would say Ederson is better with the ball at his feet. Alisson's also well known for being decent with the ball at his feet. Now, you're from India, Ashen. You mentioned some football teams of the week. I thought it was nice. The football teams that are around in India, or the football scene. So starting off the second half, and it looks like Müller might have fouled. Oh no, apparently not. And Gnabry broke away, and Jahrstein has been forced to save the shot. It was right at him, so it wasn't too complicated for him. But Bayern broke quite quickly, which is not what Hertha Berlin want to see. Ooh, and the corner there was on target. Yes, I said it. The corner was on target. So Kimmich actually got the corner on target there. No one on the post. The goalkeeper way out of his goal. So had to come back and, yeah, forced it out for another corner. But now he'll probably be more careful about coming out of his goal. So Kimmich to send it in again. And it's another pretty bad corner. He's created some great chances, Kimmich, with some great through balls. But his delivery on corners or set plays has been really, really off tonight. Which is probably the last thing Bayern want ahead of the Club World Cup and the fixtures that are slowly building up now. So yeah, it looks like the Leverkusen are going to stick to this 4-2-3-1. Leverkusen, what am I saying? Excuse me. Berlin are going to stick to this 4-2-3-1. And maybe new signing Sami Khedira could get on the pitch. Remains to be seen. Hasn't played since 2019 if I'm not wrong, but Hertha Berlin have just recently signed him on a free. So, yeah. Everyone say aye. Aye. I'll say aye. So yeah, the snow's gone from the pitch. They must have cleared that at half time. And it doesn't look like it's snowing from this angle, so... underway, eh? Alba's on the ball. Berlin look to apply a higher pressure. Hernandez just out into Berlin's half. Gnabry's dropped off, giving it to Coman, and it's gone back to Alaba in his own half. And Alba's under pressure from Piontek and has to pass it back to Neuer, but now can Neuer make the most and boot it long? No, he goes to Sule. Sule's forward pass to Lewandowski. And now Lewandowski's under pressure as well when as he's floating back into his own half. They're applying a lot more pressure, Berlin, but they're not playing as high up. So this could be interesting. Alaba's moved up into Berlin's half, and Hernandez loses the ball by a failed pass, or a pass that was blocked. So Piontek is the Berlin forward tonight, who was formerly of AC Milan. Didn't have the best of times. Had a great time at Genoa. Actually had a decent first half, or first part of his AC Milan career. It looked like he was going to carry that AC Milan career, and it just tailed off, which is unfortunate. So tonight it's actually the battle of the Polish strikers with Piontek and Lewandowski. And now that I think of it, that should have been the thumbnail. Instead of putting Guendouzi on, who is not playing, he's on the bench. Then again, it shouldn't be shocking. And Kimmich managed to get it forward to Sane. Sane looking to dribble, and he loses the ball. Just a bad choice from Sane. We lost 8-2. While Barca lost 8-2. Yeah, I don't know if you've... I don't think I've heard about that game. Ooh, and Berlin looked to play up, and Piontek probably doesn't do enough to get into the space. He just runs beside his teammate there, isn't it? His teammate, is it Danida? It looked like Darida. Yeah. So Bayern look comfortable when they're defending narrow like that. Piontek not really exploiting the wide spaces, which he should probably think of doing more. So Muller dropping it back to Sane. Sane looking like he could dribble it, and he's given the ball away again. I mean, yeah, this looks like it's going to be a bit of a theme, isn't it? And Berlin looked to go forward. Oh, and Piontek has gone in behind him. Neuer manages to get out really far from his goal, but that could have been a good chance. It could have been a really good chance for Piontek. But Neuer does well there to clear it out as a sweeper role that he plays as a goalkeeper usually. Mumbai FC, Karela Blasters. Yeah, we looked up Karela Blasters the other day. I looked them up on Google after our conversations, and every time they play a match now, you get a notification saying the game has started, and I thought that was quite humorous. So it's Alaba with the ball. Kimmich, surrounded by 3 players. He gets it through to Coman. Bayern trying to move it a bit quicker in Hertha Berlin's half, but not forcing it through. Not forcing it. They're just trying to keep possession, just be a bit quicker and a bit more decisive. When they get into the final third, they look a bit unsure what to do. I'm not sure that Muller and Gnabry are comfortable playing the ball when they're this deep into, well, when they're nearly into their own half. It looks like they don't really know what to do with it. 433 posted a goal from Hopper last week. He's currently at Karela Blasters FC. Okay, I'll check that out, definitely. Hopper, I said Hopper. Hooper. So just to take a quick look at this. Gonna try and find it in their post. The thing is, Boateng got revenge on Messi because he dropped him on the floor in 2015. Iconic, that when Messi dribbles past Boateng. Boateng's culpable of this multiple times, where he can't stay on his feet and falls when some sort of attacking pressure is applied. Oh, and Coman gets a shot in. Gnabry just fails to get the ball out of his feet in the Hertha Berlin box, and it's a corner to Bayern Munich. So they look like they're not very confident, this Bayern Munich side. They get the ball to their feet, but then they can't get it out of their feet quick enough. They can't strike it first time. They can't get a good touch. It seems like some of these Bayern players either lacking concentration, fitness, or confidence. Or maybe a mixture of the three. Ronaldo fan, but love the way Messi plays. You gotta love both. I don't engage in the conversation anymore of who's the best. So I just want to appreciate both of them while they're still here, and I still think they're both really good players now. They're both world class still. I enjoyed watching both, and obviously, yeah, that Messi goal against Bayern Munich was something to behold. So now Matteo Guendouzi looks like he is going to come on. Yes, and he's coming on now. And that's in place of Derrida. Derrida on a yellow, so probably precautionary. The Czech Republic international. Who was formerly of Freiburg. I wonder whether this is a bit more Guendouzi lying deeper and he can surge upfield with the ball a bit better than Derrida can. His passing might not be there, but he can definitely carry the ball better than him. So that might be a smart move from Leverkusen. I keep saying Leverkusen. From Berlin. And from Dade, the Hungarian manager there. So Coman is probably the game changer in this. It's easy saying that the best player for Bayern is the one who scores the goal, but he's definitely the one creating chances, putting decent crosses in, and also applying pressure to the Hertha Berlin defence. The real score is Barcelona 9, Bayern 11. There's a 7-0 aggregate score. I think you've forgotten that one, because there was one where the Iron Robin period where they beat Barcelona 7-0 on aggregate. Yeah. So the game's a bit of at a standstill right now, but I don't know whether Stark is trying to stop. He's going to stop the ball for a free kick. He was holding it up long enough for me to think, is he playing too casually there? But no, it's a free kick to Hertha Berlin. And Sami Khedira is warming up behind the goal, right next to the snow. Brilliant. The snow that they must have shoveled during half-time. So Sula just holding the ball up for a long time with no pressure. Now Berlin have decided to apply that pressure. They've got a very thin midfield, so when they get out of that press, Bayern Munich, it looks like just sprint for kilometers ahead of them. So it's Hernandez taking the throw in, and Coman just lets it go past him, and Hertha Berlin have possession again. But Lewandowski's doing well to apply pressure to the Hertha Berlin defence, placing himself properly so that he can cut off any sort of pass that they plan on doing to maybe Stark or anyone else. And Gnabry intercepts the pass that's going towards Guendouzi. Long ball up from Sule, and that's dealt with easily by Alderete. It's 2 AM here. Good you could stay up with us this late. And happy to have joined you during this time. I want to now. They sold Coutinho. So will Barcelona sell Coutinho? That's the main question I want answered. They look like they want to offload him in January, but he's been injured. Ooh, and Hernandez in the box. Look like he can get a cross in, and Berlin defend it. Ooh, now it's Kimmich outside the box, who managed to take the ball under control. Coman failed dribble in Berlin's box, and Berlin looked to get it away. They could break, but their break is very quickly broken down. It seems like every sort of counter-attack in this game is very quickly broken down, very well intercepted. You got Gnabry and who's mainly doing most of the intercepting right now. He's doing it well. He's being very active and on the front foot. So maybe that advanced midfield role could suit Gnabry. I've always seen him as a winger, but he's doing a good job as a deeper striker. Well, he's not even a striker. He's a midfielder in this game. He's a centre midfielder. And Berlin looked to get it up. Oh. Who was that who thought? Is that Kuna who took about 3 years to fall over there properly? And now Pavard's in possession. Gnabry just got into Berlin's own half. Berlin look very organised. It's going to take a lot to break them down. But then I say that as Lewandowski receives a very nicely put through ball. They're not applying too much pressure to the Bayern Munich players when they're in their own half, but they're very well positioned. It's composed, and Theo Hernandez, I keep saying Theo. Lucas Hernandez's cross is dealt with by the Berlin defense. Yeah, they bought him. Yeah, they did. Barcelona purchased Coutinho, but will they sell him? Because I've heard they want to sell him. You're watching the Inter match on television, but listen to the stream here. Thank you. That's always a pleasure to hear. So I actually, you've reminded me that the Inter match is on, so I will get onto it. Actually, now considering it, I will turn it on and give. Just let me get it up, wherever it is. Inter versus Fiorentina. Add my. There we go, it's up now. 35th minute, Inter, and Barrea's got the goal. Barrea, also criminally underrated. He's been fantastic for Inter, probably their best player, most important. I dare say now that this season, Barrea's been more important than Lukaku. There, I've said it. Ooh. And Sula just about keeps it alive for Bayern Munich. Coman gets a cross in. Lewandowski tries playing it off to Pavard, but goes out for a corner. Stark intercepts there. So, how's the Inter game been? Has it been good? I mean, it's 1-0 to Inter. Barrea got the goal. Is it the old Inter we know, or is this another performance where they stutter? Because Inter this season, they frustrate you. They frustrate me at least. Because you want more from them. You want more than what they actually give. And you want them to play well for 90 minutes. I've not seen them play well for 90 minutes. I've seen them play well for 50 increments of 15 minutes maybe, or different sections of the game, but never the whole 90. And that's what's lost them the first spot. Oh, that's why they're second. That's why they're out of the Champions League. Yeah, I just saw they hit the bar, and it looked like a decent chance. Ooh, good crunching tackle there. Why can we not see the screen? The screen? Interesting. Is there a problem? Just gonna try and check now. And Fiorentina have currently struggled for form. They haven't won since that Juventus game in December. No, that tell a lie. They beat Crotone. And Hertha Berlin. Oh, why did he pass it? Oh, that was so stupid. It should have been 1-0 to Hertha Berlin. Oh, they got a great chance. So, okay. Initially offside. But then he passes it to Kuna, who's also offside, which it just seemed mad. So Luke Bacchio was offside initially when the ball came through. But then he passed it to Kuna, who was also offside when he was one-on-one with Neuer. It just didn't seem to make a lot of sense. Can 2 more goals be made? I think we're going to get 2 more goals. I'm not exactly convinced it's going to be Bayern Munich. If you just saw now, Hertha Berlin just had a goal disallowed for offside. No VAR needed. Both players involved were offside. Do you play FIFA? I have my moments. I do sometimes, and then I don't. I leave it for for a year or two, and then just come back to it. I usually do have FIFA tournaments with friends, and those are really fun. Go to their house, and the winner gets their dinner bought or something like that. So I enjoy FIFA mainly with friends. And it's also a great way to find out about players. I'm still disappointed though that Kevin Lasagna is slower than Mbappe on FIFA. Not having it. Not having it. So Hertha Berlin look like they're really going to go for it now. They've pushed higher up. They're accelerating a lot more. I was about to say that they seem better, and then just a completely failed pass there means that Bayern are now comfortably in possession again. Talk of the devil, hey. So Tevez, do you play FIFA? I'm guessing. Oh no, it's not you who asked. It's Maria. I'm guessing you play FIFA as well. So Tevez, are you a Bayern Munich supporter? Are you supporting Berlin? Are you just enjoying the game generally? What's your standpoint on this? And yet again, Bayern Munich attack, but Berlin look organised. They look very well placed. It's going to be hard for Bayern Munich to break them down again. Oh, and Lewandowski's flick to Gnabry is a very nice one. Then Muller gets it out to Coman. Looks like the cross is going to come in. Ooh, and he wasn't far away from it, Lewandowski, but Berlin deal with it. I can see you, but I can't see the players. Oh, we're not exactly allowed to show that, unfortunately. I can see it, but I can't show you, unfortunately. And Hernandez puts a great through ball into Coman out wide. It's very well dealt with. So I'm turning often to Fiorentina Inter, and it just seems Fiorentina are really on the attack every time I turn my head to that screen. Berlin try and clear it, but Bayern Munich seem to deal with that. It seems as soon as the ball goes more than a metre away. Oh, and Guendouzi, nice ball played in there. And a good chance. Oh, he took a touch too many, and the shot, he gets it away. Now Guendouzi has got possession. That was a good chance from Hertha Berlin. That was a really good chance. And it's Rednodjic, if I pronounced that right, who just took too long. He took another touch on his right foot outside the box, and then just tried shooting. It was blocked, so it was unfortunate. That was a good chance. Oh, it's been whistled offside. Got 99 Lewandowski in a pack. Don't think you can complain about that, can you? 99? Does that mean everything is at 99? Like physical attributes? Defending? I'd be surprised if Lewandowski was at 99 defending. Well, I'd be shocked, let's just say. I'd be... Sula gets it out to Sané, and Sané I think I can strongly criticise in the second half. As he's been a bit absent, and then when he has been there, he's made poor decisions. And Lewandowski just dribbling it round in Berlin's box, managing to keep the ball, but doesn't get a shot away. And Kimmich tries a through ball, doesn't come off, and ooh, Gnabry really snatched at that shot. It was pretty bad effort in the end, and Berlin can break. Oh, and the final ball again from Kuno was just off. And then he spreads it well to get it over to Rednodjic. And Guendouzi looks in to... Oh, and the cross is just poor. He got through in on goal, but it was out wide. Really poor defending from Bayern Munich, and he should cross it, but he tries shooting on the tightest angle possible, and Neuer saves it with his legs. I play PES. Ooh. Ooh. We've got the rivalry starting. Quiz 9-9. How much? What's Quiz 9-9? And Kimmich is on the ball. And Coman manages to just get past the defender. The cross is... Oh, Lewandowski does get on the cross, but it was a floating cross, so Lewandowski struggled to get the power onto it. He had to go back a bit and then try and get power on a header. It's difficult. They're showing a replay of the Guendouzi chance. Neuer does well to save it and to keep it under his leg, but Kuna exasperated by the fact that the ball didn't get to him. It's the thing. Bayern Munich have been let off a little. Hertha Berlin's decision making in the final third has just been so bad. Do you think Sané will be subbed? Maybe. Maybe he will be subbed. But who did they bring on? Did they bring on Costa? Did they bring on Musiala? Not too sure. Maybe. Maybe they might bring him off. I'm just not sure for who. Kuna's in the box and another bad pass. Oh. I'm not pro Berlin, but it's just I don't like seeing decision making so bad. And Guendouzi stops Bayern Munich's attack there with a good interception. Simple. Revived his career here at Hertha Berlin, the Arsenal loanee. Not fancied under Pep Guardiola, under Mikel Arteta, so who knows where his future will be? Will it be at Hertha Berlin? Would he stay if they got relegated? I doubt it. I think a Guendouzi could play for a lot of clubs in Europe. There was one point where there was even interest from Barcelona, rumoured interest, may I say. And I don't find that ridiculous. I think Guendouzi genuinely can do a good job for a team like Barcelona, or has potential to. Ooh, and it looks like Ragnoglic is going to get a chance. He just takes a touch too many on the pass. Is a bad one again. Oh my god. Oh, 9 times 9. It's 49. It's 81. Sorry. I'll put some math problems in there. They bring on Perisic, or he's gone. No, Perisic is gone. He's at Inter Milan, the other game that I've got on. They couldn't offload Perisic, so yeah. Actually, coincidentally enough, you say Perisic, Ribery playing Fiorentina, Inter Milan, the other game I've got on here. Wingers that Bayern might have liked to have right now. I don't think they would have liked to have them, because what's Guendouzi doing? He wraps his leg around Kimmich. That's a weird one. But yeah, imagine if they still had Ribery and Perisic. I think Ribery's top scorer for Fiorentina. I might be wrong. So I'm gonna try and look the name of the Slovenian guy so I can get it right. Well, sorry, Serbian. Radnojic, is that it? If we've got Serbian people, I excuse myself already, but tell me how it's pronounced, or there's a particular way. So the snow is falling again. And it looks like is that Kuna taking the free kick? And Alaba deals with it. Yeah, it's reasonably dealt with by... it's the other substitute, Alderete, who tried getting on the end of that, the centre-back. And now Hertha Berlin have a corner. So yeah, let's see if Bayern Munich can deal with this. Obviously, a thing that happens nowadays is that no one on the post, so... It's a Kuna who's taking the corner. He's right-footed and it's on the left side, so it's not going to go in like Kimmich's shot nearly did before from the corner. But is it still a good idea to leave the corner so open? The goalpost? I don't know. Well, when Kuna gets a cross in, and it's just too close to Neuer, and Neuer lets it go out. Well, just too close. It was way too close to Neuer. Yeah, so it's half-time in the Fiorentina Inter Milan game. And so Sané's coming off. Okay. Sané is coming off for Costa. Yeah, so I said, who comes on? Either Costa or Musiala? Well, Sané does not look happy to be coming off. So it's Gnabry as well. I'm quite shocked who's coming off as well. And it's Tolisso coming in his place. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Gnabry was playing as a midfielder tonight, which was not his position. Tolisso's is. He's coming back from injury, so maybe couldn't play in 90 minutes. Makes sense. Not like for like, but makes sense in some way. The Douglas Costa one coming on for Sané makes sense. So, Ashton, I think your prediction of Lewandowski assist to a Sané goal is not going to come to fruition tonight. Fruition, I said that wrong. So, Power to take the throw in, and Berlin get the ball back straight away. Oh, it's a foul. Unfortunate there for Berlin. Robin, he's an icon. He plays at I can't pronounce it properly because it's one in Holland. He's gone back to Holland, but he barely plays. He's injured all the time, so he's an icon. But he's probably not missed by Bayern in that sense because he couldn't be there anyway. Juventus missed Costa. I agree. I heard that they wanted Dwight McNeil this summer. That was rumours. I don't know if they're true. And I thought that kind of player who can sprint at a defence and break in behind defences like that is something that Juventus don't have enough of. They have a lot of that coming from midfield, but they don't have that player who can run in behind. Maybe Chiesa, but I'm not convinced he's that style of player. And then you've got Bernardeschi, but I'm not convinced by Bernardeschi. I've never thought he's a good player. And then you've got your other wingers who play there, like Kulusevski, who's not that style of player at all. Very playmaker style. Yeah, I think they do miss Costa in a sense, but Pirlo doesn't want to play with that style of player anyway, so it doesn't really change that much. Yeah, Chiesa's doing the job, admittedly. But then there are some... He's still young. I was not convinced by them signing Chiesa, but he's proven me wrong in some instances. Recently, he's probably been one of their better players. I see. But has it? Yeah, maybe. He's doing the job. Do I talk another language? I speak French. And I can speak a bit of German. So, don't want to push me on the German, but the French I can do if that helps anyone. So, Tolisso, coming on. First thing he does, foul Kuna. Talk about impact. But just to be clear, my English is my main language. French I speak of a native proficiency, so there's no problems with those two. German I'm still trying to learn a bit more. And Bayern have opted for the long ball. Ooh, and it looks like Lewandowski could break away here. Ooh. And the shot's dealt with very easily by Janstein. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Haha. Oui, oui, je parle français, ce n'est pas une blague. S'il y a quelqu'un qui comprend mieux en français, vous pouvez le dire dans les commentaires, je peux lire en français. Ou en allemand, c'est égal. No, we're an English channel, I have to apparently stay English. Otherwise, Jamie could be contractually forced to fire me. That's not true. Oh, Hindi, Tamil, English, and Malayalam. So, are these... What are they? The tribal? Not tribal, that's the wrong word. Salut, Crimi, Akid 77. Comment allez-vous? Français? Oui, 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 je peux faire français. La chaîne est principalement en anglais, du coup, normalement, les gens s'attendent à voir en anglais. Mais s'il y a, quoi qu'il en soit, un problème de langue, je serai capable de traduire. And, ooh, Muller's just got a very tame shot in on goal there. And Hertha try breaking, but the long ball failed. Haha, linguistic. So, where are these languages from? Malayalam? I'm gonna take a guess, Malaysia maybe. And Hindi, Tamil, English. How has it come about that you've learned these languages? How is it just natural to learn that many languages? Where you're from? So corner for Bayern Munich. The ball on the pitch was a problem. It looks like Douglas Costa's going to take it. It's not a great one, but Pavard managed to get on the end of it, and there's a bit of a scramble in the box. And there's an offside. So which languages do you speak then, Maria? Yeah, Lewandowski called for offside on that, following the corner. Rightly so. And another offside. I'd be curious to know how many offsides there've been in this game. Okay, I'm just going to check the stats. So offside, 6 for Hertha Berlin, 3 for Bayern Munich. I think that's a hefty amount. And so currently, Hertha Berlin with a throw-in Bayern Munich's half. Almost sang that, didn't I? Throw-in. Okay, so southern part of India speaks Malayalam. I think I'm saying that right, in Tamil. Northern part speaks Hindi. Yet you speak both, so does that mean you have connections throughout India? Family throughout India, I'm guessing? Or maybe you've lived in both areas? Because you mentioned you were from the south. So maybe you've lived in the north to learn Hindi? Is that it? And Kimmich currently on the ball. Gives it to Hernandez. Hernandez tries playing a 1-2 with Coman. Nearly gets through. 2 Hertha Berlin defenders make it tight. And the ball goes back towards Bayern's half and it's a throw-in for them. I speak English, Arabic, and French. Ah, okay, nice. Linguistic then. And Hertha Berlin have won the ball back. They look like they're going to break, but are they going to do it right this time? Ooh, and he does well to... I keep saying it wrong. Luca Bacchio to keep the ball. But they've slowed down a bit now that they're deeper into Bayern's half. Ooh. Oh, and he does well there. I keep getting it wrong. Randonic draws a foul really well there. Manages to get past Pavard, Costa, and then Pavard just falling over, grabs his leg. It's a foul just on the corner of the box. And Kadir is getting ready to come on. He just had to learn Hindi through to 8th grade. Okay, yeah, that makes sense considering that it's a national language, right? It's like for myself here where German is a national language, French is a national language, so you have to learn. You'll have to learn English. Well, you have French already because I'm in the French part, and then German is a language in school as well. So yeah, similar predicament. Well, similar. Linguistically. So Kadira's come on for Askasiba, is that how you say it? Because I'm a big fan of this player. I think he could be good, but he's had injury problems. So Kadira's come on in his place. And also, Leckie has come on for Luca Bacchio, which I'm disappointed about. I thought Luca Bacchio seemed like the most dangerous one. His touch was often quite bad, but he seemed like a dangerous player. So, if I was to just get the stats up. 15 passes completed out of 17. Okay. 30 touches. And lost possession 5 times. Okay. Whereas Sané lost possession a whole total of 17 times, which is not disastrous, but it's not great. And 17 passes completed at 26 for Sané. So, not the best of nights for him. And Hernandez is doing well to come up pitch, and then on the halfway line he's dispossessed. Yeah, Hertha Berlin look comfortable as well. They don't look like they're going to concede another goal. But Bayern Munich as well don't look like they're going to concede a goal. I could see this easily ending 1-0 to Bayern Munich, or the way it is, let's just say. And the ball is well spread across pitch from Berlin. And Pekaric, is that how you pronounce it? Pekaric? The Slovakian right back. Did well to go up there. I'd say that Hertha Berlin are more likely to score of the two, but I don't think they will. Because then they're doing well to bring the ball into Bayern's half, but then really messing it up when they're there. The decision making has been poor, and I've mentioned this I think multiple times already. It's been pretty bad in the final third. If they were just a bit more clinical, then yeah, they should have got a goal. If they which? What do you mean by if they which? I'd be intrigued to see the stats on expected goals in this match, to see if Hertha Berlin do have a superior expected goals than Bayern Munich. Remains to be seen. I'll try and find that after the match, maybe. So, Douglas Costa has filling up a bit more of a central role, which is kind of weird that Bayern Munich are just putting more players in the middle of the pitch rather than trying to exploit the wide spaces. And Muller's cross reaches no one and goes out for a goal kick. So yeah, disappointing for Berlin, but I think there's still... I still think that it's not bad. It's definitely not as bad as certain relegation sides. I say that, but then some relegation sides have really put up a decent fight this season. I've always turned on when like Mainz played against Dortmund and Leipzig, and they got 4 points from those two matches. So the relegation sides have been okay. I've only seen Schalke be really bad, so I'll say that I think Schalke are gonna get relegated, almost certain. I think Mainz still might be able to get out of it. Hertha Berlin might be dragged into it though, that's the problem. They're not that bad when you see them play. But then a lot of teams in Germany are not bad right now, so it's just the worst of the not bad teams, let's just say. If they to put a goal. Okay, who do you think the most underrated player in the Premier League? That depends. I'm not too sure how to answer that because it depends what extent of underrated. Because we all know Jack Grealish, for instance. This is an example. This is not my answer. Is probably very highly thought of, but could be one of the best in the league. I'll have to give that a bit of a think. I'll try and get back to you when I've thought about it. Yeah, I'm struggling to come up with some a credible answer. I'd say Tierney, maybe. I want to say Tierney. I think he's been one of the... I don't think people have talked about him enough this season, despite Arsenal going through bad runs. I think he's been really excellent for Arsenal throughout, and even recently I think they miss him. I don't know. I'll try and think of some other names I think are underrated. I'll get there. Or even Cresswell in West Ham has been really excellent for them. No one's talked about him enough. I've gone for two left backs, haven't I, in that conversation? I'll try and think about it, but I've said for the moment Cresswell and Tierney. I think they're two good examples of underrated players in the Premier League. So Bayern keeping possession in their own half quite comfortably. No applied pressure from Berlin. Looks like Guendouzi might give it a go. But now fatigue has meant that Kimmich is getting more space ahead of them, so yeah. Maddison, yeah, a good shout. Maddison is very underrated and he's excellent. He has had an up and down season. So yeah, he is underrated. He's brilliant, and he's just unfortunate that he's English, isn't he? Because his position could be occupied by Mount, by Grealish, by multiple different players. And who knows, even after his good season that he is having, he still might not be in the England squad. It's mad. Do you do any videos than this? Yes, we do. We can hit the subscribe button. We do watch-alongs quite often now, and I usually have my good friend Jamie on with me doing these, or we have Joe Stanley doing them as well. And on Saturdays, we unfortunately this week can't do it, but usually on a Saturday we have a final whistle show. We watch football all individually, a different kind of watch-alongs, talk about the day's results. So not tomorrow, but next Saturday we'll be trying to do that at 5:30. That is UK time. So I'm not sure what time it'll be for you. It might be late at night in India, for instance, or yeah, so sometime around there. But yeah, if you subscribe, notifications, you'll see whenever we do these videos. We try to do them as regularly as we can. We'll obviously be doing them when the Champions League is back, which is one that we're all pretty excited about doing. So that's in 2 weeks' time. We've got plans of other sports coming along. My friend Jamie has Jack Price coming on with Formula 1 watch-alongs. We're getting this sort of content out as much as we can, and we're looking forward to it. So hit subscribe. You'll see when we do these sorts of videos. And thank you always for the support. So Berlin there, just playing out from the back, or dribbling out from the back, shall I call it. Quite confidently. Ooh, and Kuna looks in. Oh, he's in on goal. One-on-one against Neuer. Oh, and a chip shot goes wide. Oh, oh my God, it's a wasted chance. Oh, that was such a good chance, and it doesn't seem like the offside flag's gone up. So Guendouzi gets the pass over. Nice lob ball. Kuna's in his own half when the pass is made, so can't be offside. He tries chipping Neuer, and it goes wide. Oh my God. After this match, do stream Serie A. We do try and stream Serie A as well. We try watching along with Serie A as well. Yeah, so we try getting in that content as well. If I were there tomorrow, we would have been doing Juventus Roma, but we can't, unfortunately. So that's just a bit of a bummer. But yeah, we're definitely getting Serie A out there. We're attempting to try French League on Sunday. There's the big match, Marseille against PSG, which should be an exciting match, which we're looking forward to. I'm trying to get Jamie onto that, but we will try and get as many leagues as we can. We try and cover them as we can as well. So yeah. So yeah, it seems like Hertha Berlin are not going to get that goal, are they? They've missed that great chance one-on-one that Kuna had. And another long ball over the top attempted, but no one's there to get it. So Guendouzi's been quite good. Wrestling match. We do have some wrestling fans on our roster. I know a few of them we haven't had on for a while. Connor, we have had on Jack Price, who's a wrestling fan. Maybe it might be done. I don't know. I can't make any promises, but it's a possibility. Oh, and Hernandez is just fouled outside. Oh, wait, no, he's not. The referee has signalled to play on. And there'll be an additional 3 minutes of added time. As you can just tell, we've just got to the 90 minutes. And Kimmich has well cut off Hertha Berlin's attack there, so yeah, looks like it's not going to be Hertha Berlin's day. Disappointing. They should have really made the most of the chances they had, and who knows, they could have got a very good point against the top side in Germany. They'll be disappointed. I would be disappointed if I were a Hertha Berlin fan. Oh, it's a wrestling match. Marseille versus PSG. That's true, yeah. That's a fair point. Considering the 5 red cards that were in the reverse fixture, yeah. I could show you my face reveal. Ooh. We'd do face reveals. You can show your face reveal. You can. So, 1 minute of added time played, 2 more to go. And this goes without saying, I can't believe that I forgot to mention this. I must have missed it, I must have been looking away. But Choupo-Moting has come on. He came on the 86th, so I must have been really inattentive since the 86th minute. But Berlin are playing well now. Their passing's actually decent now. Just unfortunate that Bayern are looking a bit more resolute. Oh, it's getting very heated now. Hernandez and Kuna are getting very heated now. Having to be broke up by Guendouzi of all people. Alaba's getting involved as well. Khedira. This is intriguing. You know, Khedira, the ex-Stuttgart player, the ex-Juventus and Real Madrid player, if I'm not wrong. Those 3 clubs. So yeah, So it's Hernandez who really lost his temper because he wanted the throw-in. And it's kind of sparked from there. So Khedira's been shown a yellow card. Now I press create and do a video or a live video. You can do Maria Dagger. You can do. You send a link, we'll check it out. So Berlin really playing high up now. They're not scared, which they shouldn't be. They should be willing to push for the draw now. Oh, and Kuna's in decent space. Oh, and a foul is being given against Hertha Berlin on Thomas Müller. Wonder who gave away the foul there. It looks like Theo Hernandez is getting a bit agitated. So it's Tossart. Is it Tossart or Tousart? It's Tousart, yeah. And Hansi Flick looking at his watch. 30 seconds have been added onto those 3 minutes. And I think the referee might whistle as soon as Neuer's free kick here is booted up. And he does. That is a victory for Bayern Munich. Convincing. No complaints. Still the best team in Germany. What can you say? I thought it was actually a decent... Are you stopping the streaming after this match or going with the Inter match? I actually didn't plan on continuing. I can. I mean... What's another... yeah, why not? I can continue. Continue talking. But round this one up. So yeah, Bayern Munich, 10 points clear. 1 game played more than Leipzig. Leipzig tomorrow will have the chance to reduce that lead to 7, but 7, and Bayern Munich's goal difference is still a lot stronger than that of Leipzig. So it's nearly like the league is over now. Ooh, I've just got to the point where Hakimi's got a cross in, and who put the ball in there? Was it Perisic? Wow, speak of the devil. So yeah, Perisic just got a goal. I don't know, it looked offside, didn't he? I thought he looked offside there. So I'm just going to try and get that up again, because I thought Perisic looked well offside, but Hakimi did nice on the ground pass. Hakimi works it well there. Oh, he's not offside at all, Perisic. Oh no, he's not at all offside. So yeah, that's a decent goal. Well worked by Inter Milan. And by this logic, Inter Milan are better than Juventus. Because Fiorentina beat Juventus 3-0 the other week, if we remember rightly. Yeah, decent goal from Perisic there. And Conte obviously in the stands. After having got that red card in the last match. I can't remember who it was against. Remind me who, if possible, I can't remember. Was it against Benevento where he got the red card? Or is the draw with Udinese? The draw with Udinese, I think he got the red card. You mentioned to the referee, it's always you, or something like that. That's where he got the red card, yeah. So yeah, decent goal. Fiorentina. They're relatively safe at the moment, but I think they're only 7 points off relegation, so it's not impossible they could be dragged back into it, even them being 11th, I think, or 12th. So yeah. It's not disastrous, but this now means that Inter Milan go top. Inter going top. I wonder when the last time that happened. If anyone's got a clue, you know, continue with it, just tell me, because I'm not sure. Yeah, and the Milan rivalry is now back again. Especially in that derby we saw the other week, we did a watch along for that, with Eriksen's winning goal. You want to see Ronaldo playing in the Premier League once more? I don't know. Maybe, yeah. But where would he go? Where would he realistically play to fit into a proper system in the Premier League? Actually, too many people criticise Ronaldo, saying he's just an out-and-out striker now, roams around in the box and waits for the ball to come in and that's how he scores. Not at all. He may have done during his spell at Juventus, but under Pirlo, that is not the case. He likes to come out wide, drop deeper, get involved in the game, and you can tell Ronaldo's a world-class player still just by that the fact that he does the role well and still gets goals. I think people criticise Ronaldo too much, thinking that he's just a goal scorer now, when far from it. After moving to Juventus, his whole playing style changed. Yeah, it did. And I think that's also credit to have what? I think he's had 3 managers at Juventus. So, yeah, I'd hope a player would evolve. So, I can't even remember who they had before. Sarri. Rome versus Juventus tomorrow. I would like to, but I'm not there. So it was on the plan, but things changed. So unfortunately, won't be doing that unless someone else in the channel decides to take that up, which would be quite nice. Because I'm looking forward to Juventus Rome, but I'm going to have to watch that afterwards. Oh, and Lukaku's made it 3. Or is there an offside? It looks like there might be an offside. So Handanovic throws it out far. Lukaku plays it into... Is it Perisic? Yeah, he's offside. He is offside, so when he shoots, the shot is saved and Lukaku puts in the rebound, but Perisic was initially offside. Roma Juventus 10 AM. So it's going to be 10 AM where you are, so that means that you must be somewhere near the Americas. 10 AM. Yeah, I would love to do the Juventus Roma game. I think it's going to be a fantastic game, and Roma have been unpredictable, really unpredictable. I was a big fan of their performance against Inter Milan. The way they seem to, they look like they might win it in the first half. I thought they would win it. They seem to have their tactics spot on. And in the second half, Inter just came flying out the blocks. And then Roma managed to get back into it. They managed to stop Inter, which I thought was impressive. Yeah, Lukaku put in a goal, but it was offside. It was rightly given offside. Perisic was offside in the initial action. Yeah, this Fiorentina team don't look like they're gonna get many chances. Well, they don't. Well, I'm saying that, and I haven't seen the whole game. But it looks like they're struggling to find inspiration. So Amrabat's just being fouled there. Which says something to me, that the name says something to me, Amrabat. I can't remember from where. Amrabat, where is he from? Was he in Holland? Ah, it's 10 PM for you, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit later in India. Bit more to the east. And so free kick coming in for Juventus. Oh, Fiorentina. I said Juventus, how dare me. Yeah, and it's dealt with by Inter Milan. Quite easily. So Bonaventura put that free kick in. Formerly of AC Milan and Atalanta. I'm just going to try and get it up onto a different screen here. Because, too small for me right now. There we go. Terrific. Always. Yeah. You can just about hear Italian commentators there. Very, very cleverly dealt with there by Inter Milan. When Fiorentina tried blocking it on the corner flag. But you've got to look at that goal from Perisic. The assist comes from Hakimi, but that little passing from Sanchez is also really nice. So what system are Fiorentina playing? 2 up front? 3 up front? What is this? Would I rather Messi or Ronaldo? I don't usually try and delve into those debates. Oh, and what a pass from Sanchez there to Hakimi. Oh, that was good. Sanchez's passing has been good for what I've seen so far. Who would I take over Messi or Ronaldo? It depends on what role you want them to do. Do you want me... if we're talking free kicks, I'd definitely take Messi. But if you... I don't know. I find it difficult to compare them both. They're both very different players, but both world class, aren't they? I know that's the boring, diplomatic, sitting on the fence answer, but it's going to be my one. I'd rather Ronaldo, let's just say. Oh, I wish I'd never said that. Because it sounds so much better, Ressi. And it looks like Martinez is warming up. I don't know... When it seems like Martinez can kick on from a good performance, he doesn't. I get frustrated by it as well. I think he's a terrific player. He's got so many qualities, but he's so based on confidence, his performances, and it's really unfortunate. I know Barcelona fans want Martinez to go to Barcelona. A, they don't have the money. B, I don't know where he fits into a Barcelona system. I made the comparison on the show quite a while back that Martinez is like an electron to the proton that is Lukaku. gravitates around Lukaku, and that's how he plays. I am from Egypt, and I encourage Al Ali. Ah, nice, nice. Not Mo Salah. Oh, sorry, that's too easy, isn't it? Al Ali then. So Al Ahly is an Egyptian club, I'm guessing. What is their position? Are they in the Egyptian top league? Are they we will beat you. How is the Egyptian league then? Is it? Do you find it best quality in Asia? Is it? Because I'm not even too aware of. Are they a part of CONCACAF? Yeah, of course they are. Sorry, what am I saying? Do they compete in the South African Champions League? What's the situation with Egyptian football? I used to be impressed when they were in the Africa Cup of Nations because they used to win it quite often when I was growing up watching it. I remember the likes of Mido. That says something. And then they never seemed to qualify for World Cups, which always disappointed me. I don't know, what's the football like in Egypt? We know that Salah is a world-class player from Egypt. There are other players I'm trying to think of and I can't even think. But what's it like in Egypt? I'm intrigued to know. So Sanchez is coming off, weirdly enough. Al Ahly 9-1 Bayern predict this match. So I'm guessing Al Ahly are the top team in Egypt. Where are they? Where are they placed in their respective league? I want to say there's an Aston Villa player who's from Egypt, but I'm not sure. Is Trezeguet from Egypt? I think... There's also the ex-West Brom player, Higazi, I remember being from Egypt as well, but I can't really think of many other Egyptian players. Yes, Trezeguet is from Egypt. Whew, got away with that one. So, are there any notable players in Al Ahly? The players we'd know about? I'm gonna look up their squad now. So, squad. Ah, they're second in their division. They're second. I don't know if this is the Egyptian top flight. This is a... not sure. Yeah, my stream has just stopped. Terrific. Ah. And Hakimi is running into miles of space. My God, he's got all the space he could want, and he lays off to Lukaku. Oh, it's blocked. That was too easy for Hakimi. One thing you don't want to do to Hakimi is just leave him to run into space. He's going to completely destroy you if you do that. And that's exactly what Fiorentina did, almost willingly. So, trying to think of players that I recognise. Nah. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really recognise them because I'm not up to date with enough football in Africa and Asia and... Yeah, so the top scorer is currently Sheriff, right? Sheriff is top scorer at the moment for Al Ahly, which I think is brilliant. Hakimi's from Morocco, yeah. I'm just mentioning Hakimi because he's on the match there, yeah. Well, I know Hakimi's from Morocco. I was trying to think of Egyptian players, and I can only think of Salah, Higazi, and Trezeguet are the only ones that spring to mind. I can't think of any other ones at the moment, unfortunately. Al Ahly. Yes, we've got an Egyptian guy mentioning Al Ahly is his team, so we're always intrigued. What's your team? Is there anything interesting to know about where you come from, the team, the football? What's it like? Want to know all. What is an Al Ahly? It's an Egyptian team, apparently, that one of our dear viewers is a fan of, is a supporter of. The camera angle for Serie A and PL are like opposing Paul. I admit they're a bit weird. I was a big fan of the new Premier League angles that they have. They almost have like drones above the match, I'm pretty sure. But they start having more dynamic angles, and I'm a big fan of it. Serie A still does have some improvement to make. Oh, and that's a good save. Oh, Perisic just had a shot saved. It was a good attempt. Okay. Hakimi de Morocco. Oh, yes. So that was a good save by what's the goalkeeper for Fiorentina? It's Dragowski. Dragowski, yeah. The Polish internationals, we were talking about Polish before. Al Mahabdi and Aston Villa. Yes, yes. I talk about Trezeguet and I forget the other one at Aston Villa. Al Mahamadi. I hope I'm saying that right and not butchering the pronunciation. Please don't hesitate to say if I am. So 2-0 to Inter Milan at the moment, and other scores elsewhere. We've got Valladolid, is it? I'm not sure how to pronounce that in Spain. 0-0 against Alaves at the moment in Spain, and Mustafa Mohamed. I have to be honest, that name doesn't ring out to me. Excuse me. Mustafa. Who does Mustafa play for? Mustafa Mohamed. You expect who will win? Oh yeah, Al Hali knocked Bayern Munich out the water. We agree on that one. That is a good save. Yeah, I just about saw it. That's this goalkeeper seems to be very good at saving when it's on the ground. Those two shots, that really terrific saves, have come when they've been on almost on the ground. It seems like he's got great agility to be able to jump. Ooh, and he tries punching for the corner there and misses the ball. I remember seeing a game of Fiorentina with him in goal the other week, and he scared me the way he was very erratic of coming off his line. Yeah, E.G. Hamada, we know that Al Hali knocked Bayern out the water. But are they're second in Egypt? I just checked. Are they a decent side? Do they have this big reputation? Tell me a bit about them. I advise Bayern Munich to withdraw. Totally. Totally. So, Hakimi on the ball. Fiorentina applying a bit of pressure around them. Not too much. And it goes back to Skriniar. Oh, De Vries, sorry, I said Skriniar when it was De Vries. Excuse me. Perisic suddenly running up at the side, and the cross just about gets intercepted, and Lukaku can't get it on the end of it. I think he's annoyed with the cross that came in from Perisic. It should be a bit. There should be more application on it. But Perisic does well to run down the line and get in that position initially. But the cross just. Actually, no. Lukaku should probably do better by getting in front of the defender. Why are there few views? Why are the views few? I don't know. It doesn't count it right, YouTube, when the stream is up. When this is over, the counts are more accurate afterwards. They count it up slowly, YouTube. We've noticed that. But I would take that as a compliment or a very elaborate curiosity. And that's Berea, who gets it back to De Vries. And De Vries managed to dribble quite simply past the Fiorentina players. And Berea sitting back, participating in the play from the back line. De Vries put under some pressure there and doesn't look comfortable on the ball. Sometimes he doesn't, which is not weird. KB not at his best this season. I'd agree to a certain extent. Well, there's also injury, but I don't think he's been as good as he usually is. Then again, he has set his own high standards, which is unfair to judge him upon. He's still a class player. He's still got this great capability of dinked through balls or crosses. You know, the half crosses, the half through balls that he can do. He is still a terrific player. He's probably not the same player now, and injuries. He's now just got injured, which is unfortunate. I think Gundogan's been one of their better players this season. He is now starting to look like the player that he was at Dortmund or near the beginning. Ah, they're now terrified of Al Ahly. I swear, if we ever get a friendly match of Bayern Munich versus Al Ahly, we are doing a stream. We're gonna do a stream of it. That is a promise I'm making to you now. So we're just hoping that on the summer tour, we get a friendly match between Al Ahly and Bayern Munich. Or wait. Now that you mention it, I'm trying to. Okay. Oh, they're playing. They're playing on Wednesday. Oh, okay. I get it. Sorry. Al Ahly playing against Bayern Munich in the FIFA Club World Cup. Okay. I have just made the promise, so we're gonna have to do it on the 8th. So the 8th is Monday. I'll try and get my friend along Jamie to do that with me. We're gonna try and get that done then. Take Mohamed Salah on loan to win. Brilliant. I agree. It's the best club in the world. Yeah. We're gonna be waiting for you, Ashton, on Monday night for, Al Ahly and Bayern Munich. Just gonna warn our admin that I've made a promise now for Monday night. Yeah, so we're in the 71st minute. Fiorentina 0 into 2. Even though this is a live watch along of Hertha Berlin and Bayern Munich, I'm ending it with this one because it's Serie A and I do like Serie A. So we'll take Mohamed Salah on loan. Is that correct? Yep. I'd love to see it. Would Klopp do that out of spite for Bayern Munich? Obviously the ex-Dortmund manager. So Fiorentina looking like they might get a cross in, and easy for Handanovic. No problem whatsoever. That was very, very comfortable for him. Yeah. So we can play 20 players to stop the danger, Lewandowski. Who's the best player for Al Ahly then? Who's the best player in that team, and what can he possibly do to stop Bayern Munich? Are there a defender, a top player? Is there a striker who could cause problems to Bayern Munich? What's the style of play? What can we expect? I'm more intrigued because we don't know enough about the FIFA Club World Cup when it comes around, because I don't personally watch more than European football, which is a shame. It's also because of the timings. But what can we expect from Al Ahly? What can we expect? So I can't see who's just come off there from Fiorentina. I'm going to check that. Oh, and they've got Cochrane on. Okay, so I'm going to mention this as well. I've known about Cochrane for a while because when he was 21, yes, this is dating back, I did have him on FIFA in a career mode and he became world class. So now he's just come on for Fiorentina following his transfer from Spartak Moscow, and I can't wait to see what he actually is like. 29 now, so the potential never came about. I think he was also banned one season because of a doping. That might be the wrong player, but I don't know why there's a story that's in my head there. Waiting for your 2021 Euro Cup. What do you mean by the Euro 2021 Cup? Or do you mean you're waiting for us to do this? We'll play defense because we respect your opponent. I guess. It's still, you'd have to consider Bayern Munich one of the best teams in the world, even if we don't watch enough outside of European football. So there's still going to be a danger. Let's see if they don't have any injuries until then. That'll be an interesting one to see. So yeah. As I was mentioning, the substitutes come on: Cochrane, Pulgar and Malcree. Malcuit, which is French for badly cooked. He is French, so that's totally allowed. Who was formerly of Napoli, who's just been loaned out from Napoli to Fiorentina. And Pulgar, who's transferred from Bologna last time I remember. Yep. So I'm not really sure what Fiorentina are trying to do. It seems like they're trying to go down the right-hand side, but they're not good enough to do that. Yet their left-hand side is surprisingly high up without affecting the game. And that's where Hakimi has managed to find space, and Sanchez has got those passes in. Not on the pitch anymore, Sanchez, but he managed to find those passes from what I saw. We'll break January because he's of Egypt origin and refused to play for Egypt. Who's the one who's from Egypt, who's of Egypt origin? I forgot which one I just talked about. Real Madrid losing to a third division club. Yes, that was pretty embarrassing. I think Zidane still has a lot of goodwill to keep his job. I'm not totally convinced that Real Madrid are going to pull the trigger yet. They might soon. They might. I'm not ruling that out either. But usually, I think they've lost 3 or 4 in a row now. Usually a Real Madrid manager who loses that many is fired. So you say that you might be surprised that Zidane is still in the job, but then Zidane won 3 Champions League as a manager. Bayern will win the Champions League. I have a £5 bet on it. I'm not having that, Jamie. I am not having it because I'm going to get out of the episode where you said you have PSG as your favourites. No, Zidane isn't trusting his young talents. No, he is trusting the players that won him the Champions League. It's not even trusting young, old, whatever. There's these players that he has stuck by for years, like the Modric's, the Casemirs. I'm not saying they don't deserve their place. They definitely do. But he is sticking to what he knows. So that's why Odegaard doesn't get a shout in. That's why probably there are other players at Real Madrid who could be starting. Vinicius Jr. is one, even if people don't rate him. But Zidane doesn't trust these young players. He's gone on with experience. Yeah, exactly that. Why wouldn't you? There's logic there. But then after a certain while, once the formula doesn't work anymore, you've got to fix it. And it doesn't seem like Zidane is doing that. There's one thing that he's doing as a young manager, because let's not forget, he is still a young manager. An error that he is making is trying the same thing and hoping to get different results. That's an amateur mistake, isn't it? We'll see if he can adapt for the next game, which is it Sunday? They're playing. No, it's not Sunday. Then it must be tomorrow. They're playing against Huesca. Yet again, my pronunciation terrible. Not really. It shouldn't be too much of a difficult match. Huesca, they're last. They're really terrible. So Real Madrid should win. But if they don't, then I think people are going to be calling for Zidane's head. What is the colour? Where are you from? Oh, that's too harsh. Too harsh saying about Huesca being a terrible team? Maybe. But yeah, it's harsh calling Zidane an amateur manager when he's won 3 Champions League as well, I'll admit. The wording isn't terrific, but it is applicable considering that he's not been a manager for 10 years, let's say. The time scale is still very short, so you can justify calling him an inexperienced manager to a certain extent. So 78th minute, and now Perisic looks like he's down. Yeah. So, do him some good, Perisic, to get that goal. His career's been off and on at Inter Milan. I mean, there's typically that he did have a good season, and then there's one point where he wants to go to Arsenal, and it kind of just tailed off from there. And he went on loan to Bayern Munich. I think right after that, Arsenal interest didn't happen, and he's never been in their plans. And they still want him gone, Inter Milan. They don't want him on their wage bill. He gets paid a fair amount, and he's not a starter. He is tonight, but generally is not a starter. So yeah, that's goal number 2 for him this season in the league. And Fiorentina's corner goes in, and it's out for a goal kick. Yet, Darmian is on. I feel like Darmian has weird characteristics for a player. Half of his characteristics you'd think he shouldn't be a right back, and then the other half you think he's definitely made to be a right back. He's a weird one for me. But suited to the Italian league, the style of player that he is, this is perfect for Serie A. He is Italian, but the style of player is a very good combination for Serie A. And Lautaro Martinez working well to keep the ball feisty. Gagliardi, I don't know what he was trying to do there. I think it was a bit of a feeble attempt to get a free kick, but he gets it. He gets it, so fair enough. He basically just passed it to no one and then just fell into the player and he got a free kick. It worked. Oh, that is brilliant. That is just brilliant. Okay, so Al Ahly will play Cataly. 3 goalkeeper, 8 defence, 4 midfield, 20 offensive lines to beat you. Okay. But I also mentioned before that their top scorer in the league this season is Sheriff, isn't it? So, is he a danger? Is he any good? So, who's the best right back in the world at the moment? I struggle with this one. I really, really struggle. I think everyone would now agree with me that Trent is not. I still questioned his defensive capabilities when people were giving him that accolade. It's a tough one, isn't it? I don't really know. I'm struggling to think of a right back. I'll just try and think. I don't know if we're talking about who is genuinely just the best right back all round. Because if you're looking at form wise, you'd probably have to put. If we're talking form, I'm not saying this is my answer, but if we're talking form, Aaron Wan-Bissaka's up there. I don't know. I find it difficult to answer that one. I'll try and think of something. Yeah, Cancelo. Yeah, maybe. Do you know that Al Ahly has a player named Marawandowski? Brilliant. Is he Polish? Or am I just reading too much into that? Cancelo. Only FCB. Is that a criticism? My apologies if so, because we have now gone on to Fiorentina, Inter Milan. Apologies if that is the case. Cancelo, I think, has to be the best shout at the moment because I'm not convinced by many other. Trippier's doing well. You've got to have Trippier in the conversation, I think. FC Bayern or FC Barcelona. Or FC Basel. Apologies, sir. We have moved on to another match after when the Bayern Munich match did end. So that is on me. The organisation was not there. I improvised. I did the Bayern Munich match and the Hertha Berlin match, then moved on to Fiorentina, Inter Milan, considering that this match was going on in that time. Yeah. Oh well. Cancelo, maybe I would say he's one of the best, but yeah, Trippier I've got to put up there as well. I've got to put him up there. So that would be shocking if Gareth Southgate doesn't pick Trippier in the next England squad. Remains to be seen. So we do have also coming up tomorrow. We've got Jamie Davis, who is covering Dortmund's match tomorrow. If anyone is interested, we've got some people who like the Bundesliga. So the watch along for Dortmund's match tomorrow against Freiburg on Let's Talk Sport tomorrow. So make sure to check that out. Drop a little comment for our friend Jamie. Anything football related, anything Dortmund related, anything, just go for it. Same applied here. So Fiorentina trying to go up pitch and they're not very good, are they? Wan-Bissaka's tackles are deadly and clean. Yes. Yeah, see, it seems like when there's a last-ditch challenge, usually you would not back the defender. But when it's Wan-Bissaka, you suddenly start to think he's got a good chance of getting the ball. It's unbelievable how he can wrap his legs around players and get the ball. I admire it. I think it's brilliant. It's dangerous, but it's brilliant. Well, it's messy for Fiorentina, and they try getting a shot away. And it doesn't come off. They don't look very organised in their press, Fiorentina. I'm not really sure what's happening, because I'd say it's a bit of a feeble attempt trying to get a result. Oh, that was nice from Martinez. Not Martinez Quarta, though. The Fiorentina Martinez, not the Inter Milan one. That's going to be confusing, isn't it? They're re-showing the image of Conte screaming down the headset to get a message across, and I love it. Conte is a madman. He is brilliant, and any league without him is more boring just because of his absence. So corner to Fiorentina, and it's completely stopped when he's just hit the ball, and they get a header in well over. It's well over the bar. Yep. Over from I didn't catch his name. Was it written Kwane on his back? Yeah. Do you know that Lewandowski scored only 60 goals in his career? No, because I'm not even aware of the player Lewandowski. I'll try and look up Lewandowski then. Lewandowski. It doesn't come up, this Lewandowski player. It says, did you mean Lewandowski? Oh, I think you're playing a lead with us here. I think you're playing with us. Conte and Mourinho are best yet for their behaviour. They're characters, aren't they? I can't wait till the matchup happens again between those two, just to see what happens. They are so entertaining, and that's why I like Mourinho at Tottenham. Okay, his football is questionable. Marwan Amosen. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay. I see what you did there, sorry. Apologies. Marwan Mosen, okay. Marwan Mosen, let's get this up. So, born in Cairo, Egypt. Terrific. He is a striker, still active. He plays for Al Ahly since 2016, 15 goals in 48 games. Okay. Now I see what you're talking about. Apologies. So basically, he's played in the Egyptian league, except he's gone to... Oh, he's in the Portuguese league for a season with Gil Vicente. Getting a grand total of no goals. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do you like that. So at the 88th minute, still looking like it's going to be an Inter victory. We'll be shocked if Fiorentina turn this around, hey? And it's Pinamonti coming on now, in place of Lukaku. I'm a big fan of anyone who wears the 99 shirt. It's brilliant. It's just the best thing ever. So it reminds me of Donnarumma as well at AC Milan, who wears the 99 shirt. Yep. So Pinamonti, who's a young Italian striker, comes on every now and then, but not that much. Was he at loan at Genoa, or was he transferred from Genoa? I think he was on loan at Genoa. Yeah, might have been. So yeah, coming to the end of the game, both teams look content with the result. Not much more seems like it's going to happen. PSG is about to, which team has more chance? I like Barcelona's chances in this game. They're much improved. Now that there's a proper system in place that Koeman would like to follow, we can question if Koeman's a good manager, and I think they're legitimate questions, but there's no denying that Barcelona are in a good position. I'm not convinced by PSG. Maybe Pochettino's a Is it good that they changed from Tuchel to Pochettino? Remains to be seen. I fancy Barcelona there. You can dig up one of the old videos on the channel, and it says I said that Barcelona win the Champions League. Ambitious, I know, but I wanted to say something a bit more controversial, and I actually think they have a chance now. Even if anyone wants to ridicule me, you're very welcome to. Barcelona now second in La Liga. They're jumped ahead of Real Madrid. God knows how. But yeah, they haven't, since that Juventus game, they haven't lost a game in normal time. So they lost against Juventus 3-0 in that Champions League game, which is a bit abysmal. But since then, they've not lost. Yes, they lost to Atletico Madrid, but that was in extra time. So so it's not really losing in the full 90 minutes. Damn it. So 4 minutes of added time in this Fiorentina Inter game. And Handanovic is going to take the goal kick. I'm not even sure who Conte's assistant is on the sideline. Is that his brother by any chance? I'm curious to know, because I know his brother works always with Conte and as backroom staff, well, not backroom staff, as a coach of some sort. But is that his brother on the touchline there tonight? I'd love to know. When Barcelona's second leg is in the away match, then it's gone. Yes, their history is not terrific. I don't believe that patterns repeat themselves all the time. That's why you have to sometimes predict the unpredictable. PSG are notorious for losing second legs as well, so I don't know. You could say that they both have bad recent history of second legs. Yeah, I think Barcelona edge it. Especially if Neymar's injured. If Neymar's injured, then I think it's over. It's over. Because Neymar is definitely up there amongst the better players in the world. He's definitely world class, and I don't want to hear anyone who says otherwise. He's a phenomenal player. So, yeah, he is a game changer for Paris, more than Mbappe, in my opinion. So, scrappy from Inter to try and get it away. But they do, and Pianamonti, hope I said that right, on the ball. Inter look like just about get away. Martinez just about loses it there. And Fiorentina go to attack again. Oh, looks like Gadiardi could have fouled him there. Oh, and he just put the shot over the crossbar. It's unfortunate from Benevento. No, it wasn't. Malcree. Yeah. Unfortunate that shot over the crossbar. They built up the play very well for once there, Fiorentina, because it seemed like any other time their build-up play has just been wishful thinking. Let's pass it here and hope that there's a player there. Do you think Son can perform well if he moved to another team with no bus parking? Do you mean like a Man City? Because I still think Son has his big ups and downs. I'm not sure if that changes at City. I don't know. Because I think that suits his style of play. If you sit deep and then you can break away quite quickly. Look at most of his goals. They're passes that just go in behind defences and he can run onto the ball. Son is a great player. I'm not saying otherwise. But he's a player who is at his best when he can run. So if he doesn't park the bus, like if he's in a City team where they're playing in the other half of the pitch, can they really be as effective? I'm not sure. I'd love to be wrong, but I don't think so. I think this style of play is actually best suited for him, but just not him as the number 9. Him off playing off the full-time Fiorentina Inter Milan, 2-0 to Inter Milan, which means that they go top 1 point clear of AC Milan with a game played more. So AC Milan, now against Crotone, at home, have to show why they should be first. Crotone last, so yet again you'd expect AC Milan to win. But you never know. That game is on Sunday afternoon. subscribe because also we're going to be doing Al Ahly and Bayern Munich on Monday night. Made that promise. I can't go back. I don't want to go back on it. So Inter Milan, the 2 goals came, one coming from Perisic from a Hakimi pass, and the other one coming from Nicola Barea from Alexis Sanchez. I didn't see the Barea goal, unfortunately, so I can't judge it, but Sanchez got a pre-assist to Hakimi's assist, so he must have been very influential in the game, which is positive. Positive for Conte, but not good for Martinez, who's sitting on the bench. Worrying? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. So now Inter have their game in midweek against Juventus. Inter Milan have their game against Juventus in midweek at the Coppa Italia. They'll have to make up for the 1-goal deficit. Can they do it? Is that why Martinez wasn't starting? Is that why Lukaku came off? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But good win for Inter. They're first. They could go to the final of the Coppa Italia. So the disastrous season that they were going through because of the Champions League exit and even no Europa League is kind of getting back on track. It was nice seeing you as well, Ashen. We'll be lucky to be joined again by you people in the next streams. So tomorrow, Freiburg versus Dortmund. I'll have friend Jamie Davis on doing that one. And we'll hopefully be doing Marseille PSG on Sunday night. Normally that's planned, so there shouldn't be any worries about that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thanks to everyone who has commented. Thank everyone who's watching. It's always fun.